Well, if you're going to play football in Arizona, a dome and air conditioning, those are two good things to have, and we've got both here at State Farm Stadium, just west of downtown Phoenix. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. That'll be taken in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. Calling no gain on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. They'll toss it to Penny. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Returning it is Moore. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Now they try the right side here. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They're in coverage to knock it away, Marquise Blair. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And it's complete. Henry. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll be an Arizona 1st down on a gain of 17.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A gain there of 21 yards. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Murray going to throw. Complete. It's Henry. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. In for the score as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. And that's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Rashad Penny, and it'll bring up 3rd down. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Wilson will throw again. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there.
First down, Seattle.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. That'll bring up 2nd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Right here.
To throw again is Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eddie Goldman in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
Yeah, you know, he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. A little brief second of indecision there was certainly hooking, but bottom line, it's good.
Yeah, and, you know, got a little bit of English on it, right? That left-footed kicker trying to pop it through. A little bit too close to the right upright for his liking, but he'll take the 3.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They'll come out in the pistol. 2nd and goal from the 1. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Penny, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Murray again, 2nd and 10. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And they had him bottled up, but here's a late flag, and a face mask is going to get a much better starting position. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the face mask gets him a free 15 to start the drive. Wilson leaves this one with Penny, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Check, 43. Check, 43. I got one. Reload.
Play action. It's Wilson. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
4-yard gain on the play. First down, Seahawks.
Wilson now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Now Rashad Penny. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 27-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Check, 43. 19. Go, guys, 4 down, 4 down. 43.
Wilson now throwing again. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 15. First down, Seahawks.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down. The end result, 21 yards.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And no pitch there and no chance either, as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
14, 14, got it. Hey, check 24.
This time Wilson will throw. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. They complete it to Hill. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. Murray now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Murray. Throwing right, and that's complete. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Murray now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. Let's go.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think
it's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of a group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
At the 21-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Here's Wilson. They set up the screen to Penny. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Alert, 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 alert. Y'all playing the wrong football.
To throw is Wilson. To throw again. He'll find Metcalf. And down inside the 15 he goes. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
A 3rd down gain of 19.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now a handoff looking right. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that. Oh, the Seahawks come after it, and they They block it. It's picked up. Remember, the ball is live. 20, 10, 5. So much for pinning him really deep. Short punt could have pinned him inside the 10. Now great field position the other way.
It's never good when you're punting the ball and your eyes see the ball go back behind you.
No.
In however form, whether it's over your head or to the side, never good. Now it becomes a race to get to the football so they don't pick it up and take it all the way.
So a great special teams play. They block the punt and excellent field position, first and goal. Penny will try to punch it in. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now a third and goal situation as this Arizona defense tries to stand tall once more. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. First down, Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Back to the air on second down. It's Murray. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. On first and 10, here's Murray. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Murray looks to throw again, second and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Taken in at the 22. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Excellent field position after the face mask penalty. 1st and 10 out near midfield. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Let's go.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
I can't believe they even let you play. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Switch, switch, switch. Check. Forward. Big dead. One left. He's coming. We got double up. Switch.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Let's go.
Sooner or later, we should get a snap, I think. This is now 1st and 25 after another penalty.
Let's go, Mike 50. One left.
After the penalty, it's Penny. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
What? 280. 43. Check. 12.
They go play action now. Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eddie Goldman, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Third and long, it's Wilson. That one going to be complete to David Moore. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. The Seahawks send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Moore on the return. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Murray trying again after the pick six. He's going to air one out, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Again, they'll throw with Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Murray. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Flowers. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. And a nice gain of 21 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Murray now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And a give this time to the tailback. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down and 4. Murray. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, and we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Check, check, check. Check it back, check it. Look for City. Slam.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Go.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Now this time he'll look to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 43. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check, go down. Rush in. Mike's 50.
On the run, it's Penny. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. And now a carry here for the fullback. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Hey, 0. Right. He's tight on the right. You got 3. Hey, alert.
Now a toss play. It's Carson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th.
56, Mike. Yo. Alert.
Hey, alert.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. One possession game. Time very much a factor. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Seahawks, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Arizona, it'll be loss number 6 on the season for them. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.